Hello friends, this is Mohandas Naik and you are watching DM classes. Today we are going to solve some important short questions and answer in this video from the chapter Kings and Chronicles. So without getting late, let's start the video. Moving to the first question. The question is, who used the term Mughal for Muslim rulers? The question is, who used the term Mughal for Muslim rulers? It is Europeans during 16th century. Europeans in the sense British, Portuguese, French, Dutch and whoever trading in India during 16th century, they used the term Mughal for Muslim rulers. Moving to the second question. The question is, Mughal derived from which word? The word Mughal is derived from which word? It is Mongol. The word Mughal derived from the word Mongol. But Mughals refused to be the descendant of Genghis Khan due to his disrespectful name and fame in the world history. They insist that they are the descendant of Timur Lenk from Turkish because before 1526 Timur Lenk had invaded to India in 1398. While that time in Delhi Sultanate, Tughlaq dynasty was ruling. So to grasp the importance, they insist that they are the descendant of Timur Lenk. Move to the next question. Question number 3. It is, which is the mother tongue of Mughal? The question is, which is the mother tongue of Mughal? It is obviously Turkish because Mughal insist that they are the descendant of Timur Lenk, who is from Turkey. Move to the next question. It is question number 4. The question is, who was the founder of Mughal Emperor? Who was the founder of Mughal Emperor? It is Jahiruddin Babur. Babur came to India in 1526 after defeating Ibrahim Lodi in first battle of Panipat. Babur came to India in search of territory and resources to satisfy the needs of the members of his clan. Moving to the fifth question, the question is, write the hierarchical order of powerful Mughal empire. So here I want to give you a simple trick to make you recall all the powerful Mughal rulers hierarchically. What we call the Mughal rulers in Hindi? It is Badshah. I am pronouncing it. It is Badshah. But if you split it slightly and pronunciate it as Badshah, it is Bhajsa, Badshah, then it will be the hierarchical order of all the powerful Mughal rulers. It is a trick to recall the name of all the powerful Mughal rulers hierarchically. B for Babur, H for Humayun, A for Akbar, J for Jahangir, S for Shahjahan and A for Aurangzeb. We also need to recall the dates, the year from which to which they ruled the India. It is Babur who came to India in 1526 and ruled up to 1530. Then Humayun came to power and ruled from 1530 to 40. Then he was defeated by Sher Shah Suri and sent to exile. Then he returned in 1555 and ruled till 1556. Then Akbar came to power and he ruled from 1556 to 1605. Then Jahangir ruled from 1605 to 1627. Time period of Shahjahan is from 1628 to 1658. Time period of Aurangzeb is from 1658 to 1707. Move to the next question. It is question number 6. The question is, who was the last Mughal emperor? Who was the last king of Mughal emperor? He is Bahadur Shah Jafar. Bahadur Shah Jafar was the last king of Mughal emperor who was overthrown by British in 1857 after the revolt and declared his son as princess, and he was sent to Rangul Jail, and after some years he died there. Move to the next question. It is question number 7. Mughal chronicles focused on which event? The question is, Mughal chronicles focused on which events? It is obviously the ruler, then his family, his court noble, and administrative arrangements and war. Move to the next question. It is question number 8. The question is, Mughal court chronicles written in which language? Mughal court chronicles written in which language? The answer is Persian. The Mughal court chronicles were written in Persian language because when Akbar became the king, he declared Persian language as his court official language. Move to the next question. Question number 9. Babur used to write poetry and his memories in which language? The answer is in Turkish language, because his mother tongue was Turkey, so he used to write poetry and memories in Turkish language. He wrote his memories in the book Tujuki Babri. In the book Tujuki Babri, later on that was translated by Abul Fazl as Babarnama, and in Babarnama is commissioned by Akbar in Persian language. Move to the next question. Question number 10. It is, Akbar wrote his chronicles in which language? Akbar wrote his chronicles in which language? Akbar commissioned Akbarnama and it was written in Persian language. Akbarnama written in Persian language. And who wrote the book Akbarnama? It is Abul Fazl. Abul Fazl wrote the book Akbarnama. Then move to the next question. It is question number 11. Which language sprang out from the interaction of Persian and Hindi? It was Urdu language, because Persian language was the court language of Akbar and Hindi was the language of Hindustan. By interaction of these two, Urdu language sprang out from this. Then move to the next question. Question number 12. It is, question number 12 is, Rajmanama is the translation of which book? Rajmanama is the translation of which book? You may get confused here because Rajmanama seems similar like to Ramayana, but it is totally wrong. It is the translation of the book Mahabharata. Mahabharata is the right answer. Move to the question number 13. The question is, when did the manuscript produced? Sorry, it is where did the manuscript produced? It is Kitab Khana. The literal meaning of Kitab Khana is library. It was a scriptorium where emperor's collection of manuscripts were kept and new manuscripts were produced. I used a word scriptorium while describing Kitab Khana. It means a room set apart for writing, especially on one in a monastery where manuscripts were copied. The next question is question number 14. It is, what do you mean by calligraphy? What do you mean by calligraphy? It means art of handwriting. Move to the next question. Question number 15. It is, who described painting as magical art? Who described painting as magical art? One of the most important question. Who described painting as magical art? It is Abul Fazl. Abul Fazl described painting as magical art. Question number 16. It is, name the artist from Iran way to Mughal India. Name the artist from Iran way to Mughal India. The answer is Mir Shahid Ali and Abu Samad. Mir Shahid Ali and Abu Samad, who accompanied Emperor Humayun to Delhi. Move to the next question. It is question number 17. The question is, Which qualities of Abul Fazl impressed Akbar? Which qualities of Abul Fazl impressed Akbar? As we know that Abul Fazl was the court writer of Akbar, so the qualities which Abul Fazl has, that are a good author, widely read author, and forceful debater. As a good author who wrote Akbarnama, as a widely read author in Arabia, Persian, Greek philosophy and Sufism also. As forceful debater, he was a forceful debater and independent thinker who consistently opposed the views of conservative ulema. Ulema means religious head of Muslims. Move to the next question. Question number 19. The question is Akbarnama divided into how many parts? The question is Akbarnama divided into how many parts? As we know that Akbarnama is written by Abul Fazl. It is divided into 3 parts. First 2 parts are chronicles and the third part is Aini Akbari. Move to the question number 20. The question is who is the author of the book Badshahnama? The question is who is the author of the book Badshahnama? The answer is Abdul Hamid Lahori. Actually, Abdul Hamid Lahori was the disciple of Abul Fazl, and the Badshahnama is modeled on Akbarnama. Move to the next question. It is question number 21. Who is the founder of Asiatic Society of Bengal? The question is who is the founder of Asiatic Society of Bengal? The answer is Sir William Jones. The Asiatic Society of Bengal was founded in India. It was on 1784 and founded by William Jones. Asiatic Society of Bengal undertook the editing, painting and translation of many Indian manuscripts. Move to the next question, question number 22. It is who translated Akbarnama in English? Who translated Akbarnama in English? It is Henry Beveridge in 19th century. Henry Beveridge translated Akbarnama in English in 19th century. Move to the next question. It is question number 23. The question is who was impregnated by sunlight while resting in her tent? The question is who was impregnated by sunlight while resting in her tent? The answer is Alan Qua. Answer is Alan Qua. It is represent the divine light which subsequently transferred to the generation to generation. Moving to the last question of this video. It is question number 24. The question is who first developed the idea of divine light? Who first developed the idea of divine light? The answer is famous Iranian Sufi Shihabuddin Surawardi. The answer is Shihabuddin Surawardi. He was a famous Iranian Sufi. Thank you friends. This is the end of this video. Thank you so much.